What's up, Pac-Man? It's Wolv21, and this is Minecraft on Xbox 360. We're going to play it. We're going to walk through everything, kind of show you all the ropes and all that fantastic stuff. Once it loads. So what it looks like once you go into Minecraft. Direct from the Xbox 360. Okay, so when you see the chest icon with the arrow above displayed, it means it's saving your data. Don't turn off your Xbox, or else you'll probably lose your data. So what we're going to do is you have play game, leaderboards, achievements, help and options, download content, and you can exit game. Go into help and options, you go how to play. Your controls, your settings, the credits, reset to defaults, and reinstall content. Your settings is your music volume, your sounds, your gamma, your sensitivity. Also, if you want two-player split screen, vertical or horizontal, depending on and off. View bobbing, visible on maps, and you can set your difficulties. I wouldn't suggest hard. Normal's a pain enough. just from playing from the live stream previously. Controls, you get 3 different options for controls. You got 1, 2, and 3. I tried 1 beforehand. It was a little weird. 2 seemed to be a little bit better. Might try 3. I think I like 2 for now. I think I'm gonna stick with 2. Because the cycle items held is L1 and R1. Or 2s, the top ones, not the triggers at the bottom. That's the only difference between that and that, really, is how the cycle held item by those triggers. We're gonna stick with 2, and we're gonna go back. Obviously, how to play it basically walks you through what every single item is. So you can scroll through every single particular item, how to craft stuff. The crafting is basically, if you have it in your inventory, you can make it by the on-screen menu system. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to play the game, and we're actually going to play the tutorial world. First initializes the server, and then you jump into your tutorial world. Minecraft is a game about placing blocks and building anything you can imagine. At night, monsters come out. Make sure you build a shelter before that happens. Press A to continue. Use the right thumbstick to look up and down and around. Use the left thumbstick to move around. Got crafting. So once you hit X or the blue button, so this is the crafting interface. This interface will allow you to combine the items you've collected to make new items. A to continue, or B if you already know how to craft. Press A. You can scroll through the group tabs at the top by using the top triggers to select the group type you wish to convert, and use the left thumbstick to select an item to currently craft. Craft area shows the item required to craft the new item. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the wooden planks. It requires a log in order to make the 4 wooden planks. You can craft the larger selection by using the crafting table, which you have to make the crafting table in order to do that, which I'll show you a little bit later. The bottom right shows you the inventory space, that basically all the items that you have held, in order to possibly craft any particular items that you're looking for. You can also cycle through like showing ingredients or showing the inventory. And all right, so right's top trigger is to jump. Holding the left trigger down below is how to chop down stuff. So we got to go to a tree. Yes, and flowers can be crafted into dies. Like this. You can punch them with the left trigger. So wooden blocks, you go to wooden block, you look at the wooden block, hold down the left trigger. And we get wood. You'll get an achievement. I've already been through this once, so you'll actually get an achievement in your Xbox that says that you've unlocked wood. We got 4 blocks. So then they look like floating items. Also, it's whatever you punch. So then once we had to get the 4 items, 4 wooden blocks below. So then what you do is you hit Y for inventory, which shows you the items in your inventory. A to continue. Use the left thumbstick to move the pointer. Use A to pick up an item under the pointer. If it's more than one item, you can pick up all of them, or you can use X to pick up just half the stack. Move this item with the pointer, under space of inventory, you hit and place it down by using A. So A, you select it, and to deselect it or to move it around. You can move the pointer outside of the edge of the interface. Item, you can drop the item on the ground. See, if your inventory is too full, you can drop the item if you want. If you want to know what an item can be used for, move the cursor over the item and press trigger, A to continue, and then B to exit the inventory. Okay, so that's your inventory. So just Y is to get your inventory, and then X is to get to your crafting interface. The wood you selected can be crafted into planks. To select the planks icon. So then you use the left thumbstick to cycle between the different items you can craft. So we want to go to plank, and because we have the 4 wooden planks, or 6 wooden planks down below, or logs, what we can do is we can hit A once, and then it creates 4 wooden planks from that 1 log. But now, since we've unlocked the 4 planks, what we can do is we can go over to the right with the left thumbstick and select a crafting table once. See, if I did not have the wood on the left-hand side on the crafting table, it shows you that you need 4 wooden planks to create the crafting table. You have the crafting table, press B to exit out of the interface. So we can use the left directional and right directional D-pad to cycle between items. We can choose the crafting table, and we right-click once on the ground by placing it on a block, and then the crafting table's here. And then by right-clicking, or right-clicking is coming from the PC end of it. When you right-trigger on the crafting table, then you get the bigger crafting table, which is you can create now furnaces, you can create chests, beds, things that are bigger than the normal 4 crafting table slot from your own personal inventory. And also, if you do cycle through them all by using the left thumbstick or the left directional pad, the only directional pad on your controller, you can cycle between all the different items, and it shows you what's required in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Also, if you use the top triggers, you can cycle between tools and weapons, food, armor, mechanisms, transport, and decorations. You continue. Nighttime can approach quickly, and it's dangerous to be outside unprepared. You can craft armor or weapons, but it is sensible to have a safe shelter. That's correct. Nearby there's an abandoned miner shelter. You can complete the safe overnight. Okay. You need to collect the resources to complete the shelter. Wall and a roof can be made from any tile type, but you will need to create a door, some windows, and lighting. You've completed the first part of the tutorial. Excellent. But to continue with the tutorial, hit A, B if you think you're ready to play on your own. We'll continue. Put the crosshairs in the crafting table and press right trigger to open it. To collect blocks faster, you can build tools designed for the job. Some tools have a handle. Yep, so we can go over here. I can actually do like this. And we can create some sticks. Plus the top triggers to cycle and change the group type. So we can go to there. Left thumbstick to change cycle between. Okay, I actually went pretty quick. You could pause, cycle back and pause through it. We can create a pickaxe, a shovel. Helps to dig soft blocks like dirt, snow faster. Also gravel in it. Basically, when you cycle through all the different items, you can it'll give you the explanation of everything in the tutorial world. So axes for woods, hoe to farming, TNT to blow stuff up, fishing rod for fishing, flint and steel to light stuff on fire, bow, obviously bow and arrow, bucket to collect lava or water, wooden swords to fight, torch so you can see, a clock to know what time it is when the night cycle comes around. So basically what we can do is we can create one shovel because we have the 2 sticks and 1 plank in our inventory. So you hit it once, which is A, the green button, the bottom, to create it. Also the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it does show you what you can choose as your options. So yes, the left bumper and the right bumper to change the groups. Yep, and actually do that, so we can actually go back here. We're going to create more of those. We'll create some more of those. So we're going to go back. We're going to go create one of them. We don't have enough to make an axe. So we're going to go back over here. Actually, we'll make the rest of them. So let's get an axe, and we'll make a hoe. Gotta make a hoe. Now, since we are done, we've basically created all the tools that we can make, except for we didn't make a sword though. We should probably do that. Yeah, that'll probably come later on. All right, we got a sword too. Okay, good. We got B to exit out. So you use your pickaxe to mine some rock. So you use the the directional pad to cycle between all your hot bar below. What we do is we're going to go over and find some stone. There's an egg. Alright, so we got some stone over here. So we're going to go right to the stone. We go left trigger and hold it down, same way that you punch the wood with your fist. Now you can actually use the axe to collect. We've collected enough cobblestone to build a furnace. So then we have to return to our crafting bench, which is over here. Going to right trigger on that. We're going to directional pad over to the furnace. And because we have enough cobble, as it shows in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to hit it once, and then we create a furnace. So it wants us to put the furnace in our shelter. We actually want to get this up. You can actually punch that with your fist or take that down with an axe. So here's our shelter. Alright, so then we want to hit Y for our inventory. Use the left thumbstick to put the furnace down here. And also the crafting table. Exit out. To place the furnace, we do is you directional pad over to the furnace. Right trigger to place it down. Also, left directional pad to get to the crafting table. Point to where you want to put the crafting table. Right trigger to put it down, and it's done. So also, same way that with the crafting table, right trigger, you right trigger on the furnace. It also shows you what items you can place in the furnace itself. Or just shows you the ingredients and the fuel. Say you need to put some fuel into the bottom slot, which is either charcoal or coal. I'm not sure if you can place in fuel because this is an earlier version of Minecraft. This is actually beta 1.6.6. So there's a lot of stuff that's not added if you're used to playing the PC version of it. Items can be placed as fuels. Then everything burns the same, not everything for the same time, which is correct. So logs will burn faster, planks will burn shorter, sticks will burn even shorter than that. Charcoal burns the longest, and coal is the average. It's also the easiest, well, the easiest one, not the easiest one to find, but mostly in caves. Most abundant resource you'll have is wood. Fired, you can move your item from the output area. On the right-hand side, you'll see the arrow between ingredient and fuel on the top left of the screen. You also put that down into your inventory. Yep, you can use wood as an ingredient to make charcoal. Put that into inventory. Using the furnace, you can create some charcoal. If you're waiting for the finish, at the time, collect. Alright, that's good. Let's actually go to our inventory. We're going to put... actually, our axe is right there. So we're going to go back to this. I'm going to chop down some more wood. Because what you do is you collect resources. I'm going to go back over here. Yes, I do need more resources to finish the shelter. So what we're going to do is we need to hit X to get to our inventory. You need to make more planks. And now hit Y. Go to our planks to put them down to our slots below. Cycle over to there. All right. Now coming from a PC end of it, I'm gonna give you my perspective on playing. I've been playing since Alpha 1.2, 1.1.2-01. As my earliest that I dived into Minecraft. So I'm gonna give a lot of different aspects as far as like my feel for this game, as far as the port over. You definitely gotta get used to the controls. So what we're doing now is we're just completing the home. We're just going to board everything off. So we actually need to collect more resources. Which there are more trees. Still getting used to the controls. Some learn quicker than others. You can also plant saplings to grow more trees. That's why when you do chop down trees, you do want to wait a little bit. I'm not sure if they drop apples yet. It was introduced later on, as they do drop more often. There's a sheep over there. We don't have to worry about our health quite yet because this doesn't look like the night cycle is actually coming through for this tutorial world. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to collect the rest of this. We're going to make some charcoal because we're going to use that to get some light going. Get the rest of this. Excellent. Looking around is definitely more clunky than PC. That could be with the sensitivity, but I don't think you want it too sensitive. That's what she said. So we're going to take, let's see, half of this and put it here. Half of that and put it here. So now we're smelting some logs to make some charcoal. And then the charcoal, in return, we can use for some lighting. So we take the charcoal. You can also use the charcoal as a fuel source. Yep. Placing sand in the ingredient slot to create some glass. So we can actually do that. And while that's going, that'll continue to run. What we can actually do now is get some sand. Let's do this. We're going to try to avoid spilling some water all over the place. Well, some fantastic holes all over the place. Should do this too. Should do this anyway. Swim in water basically is you hold down the right bumper to swim. And now we got some sand, so we can actually go in here. We can actually right trigger on that. We're gonna move this down below, this over here. We're going to put one fuel source in here and move the sand up top. Now the sand is smelted to make glass. So while that happens, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our crafting table, our inventory one, and we're gonna create more wooden planks. So we're actually gonna create the rest. We're going to right trigger back on the crafting table. We're gonna go over to the door because we do have enough resources, enough 6 wooden planks to make a wooden door. I'm gonna hit that once. We also have charcoal on us with sticks. So what we can do is we can actually go over to, it's tools and weapons. You gotta hit right bumper once. Then go over to here. So you can do coal or charcoal. They actually have 2 different selections for that source. So go over to tools and weapons. Directional pad over to charcoal. We're going to do that once. It should be enough. We're going to hit Y to go back to our inventory. Thumbstick over to here. And then we actually got some torches, and then we're going to place them down. Lighting is definitely needed. All right, checking our sand. We got plenty of sand left. There it goes. We got 8. It's basically going to make 8 pieces. We're going to put this down into here, and then what we'll do is we'll place the door since we do the door in our inventory. What you do is you point down on the block you want to place down, and voila. We've completed it. Our home is not complete though. Basically, you want to build the home as fast as you can. I'll show that in the next section. You do want to make some type of a shelter. I find it easier to actually go into a cave or build yourself a little hole, and then you can be safer that way. The most important thing is getting enough wood to get the pickaxe, to get a lot of cobble. Because you want to upgrade your tools. It's more functional to upgrade your tools faster that way. And that will show in the very next section.